Om Ganatimanandasya Gananjana Shilakaya Chakshun Militamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam. Vande Upasanatano Ruigo Sri Jiva Gopalago Echai Gosai Kori Chananamadanya Hoite Vignash Avishta Puram Panchatatvikam Krishnam Bhakta Rupasrupakam Bhaktavatanam Bhaktakyam Damami Bhakta Shaktikam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Tave Vasmi Najivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigaya Radhitam Nayamam Charanantikam Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Shri Giraj Dharana Ki Jai, Shri Radha Kunda Ki Jai, Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami Pada Ki Jai. This is Gauranga Mahaprabhu discovering Radha Kunda. He's discovered it, uncovered it, revealed it. It was Lupta and now he made it Prakash. I heard it was Tirtha Lupta and Jani Prabhu Sarvagya Bhagavan. Other people didn't know where Radha Kunda was, but he knew, because he's Sarvagya Bhagavan. He knows everything. He knows where's Radha Kunda. He knows everything. He knows the heart of every jiva. It's like Ananda Kunde. In the Damodarastakam we say Ananda Kunde. So Ananda Kunde is where Vrindavan is, and where the devotees are, and where the devotees reciprocate with Krishna in different leelas. Krishna, it says Ananda Kunde, I forget the whole line, but it says that Krishna is drowning the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Yeah, it's a Damodarastakam, it says Ananda Kunde, Swagosham Nimanjant. Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimagnam means his Swagosh, the people that talk about him. Gosh means sounds. Swagosh, his sounds. People make his sounds. Krishna Kirti, Radha Kirti. Swagosham Nimagnam. Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimagnam. And he drowns them. Damodarastakam. Damodar as a child in Gokul, and Govinda as a coward boy, and Chatikar and Gopinath as a Nagar in Nandagram. Wherever Krishna is having his Leela, his Bali Leela, his Poganda Leela, his Kaishur Leela, he's drowning the inhabitants of Vrindavan in pools of bliss, Ananda Kunde. So Kunde means reservoir of bliss, of transcendental bliss, prema, Shringar Prema, Sakya Prema, Vatsalya Prema. So this Tirtha Lupta, this Kunda, this Radha Kunda was hidden from the Brijvasis of 500 years ago because maybe they weren't so much interested in Swagosham. They weren't so much, they were absorbed in their family lives and they couldn't find where is this Radha Kunda. They didn't know. They were growing rice there. It's like the Brijvasis, they don't know the glories of Lagamohan Kund. So 50 years ago they filled it in with dirt and grow rice there. Well, this is where Shankachuta was liberated, just east of Radha Govinda Mandir, Manipur Radha Govinda Mandir. So they didn't know, they're just living their lives. They worship Shiva as they worship Shiva now, and Ramchandra and Krishna and Giraj Baba. There's always Giraj Baba, and they worship Giraj Baba. Radha Kund, Shama Kund. So Radharani came, Krishna came. Bhugarva Goswami was wandering everywhere. Lokanath Goswami was wandering. They couldn't find. No one could find. But then Krishna came here, and Radharani came here because they're Sarvagya Bhagavan. So they knew that in this place is this pool of bliss, this Radha Kunda, this pool of bliss. So he discovered it. So he knows everything. So he discovered Radha Kunda, which for him, from the very beginning, from the very Prakat manifestation of Radha Kunda in the most recent time, 500 years ago, when Lord Chaitanya came here and revealed this Lupta Tirtha, this hidden Tirtha, from that very point, he says, this Kunda is Radharani. He said, this is not a Sarovara, this is not Tirtha Prayagraj or Tirtha Raj, this is Sakshat Radharani. Radharani is Radha Kunda. Radha Kunda is Radharani. Radharani is dear to Krishna. Radha Kunda is dear to Krishna. Krishna is dear to Radharani. Krishna is dear to Radha Kunda. Krishna, Radha Kunda, Krishna, Krishna, Radha, Radha. They're equal. It's Priya. We heard yesterday. It's Priyam, and then Radha Priya, and then that was the other one. Was Priya, Priyara, and Prayasi. Radharani is Krishna's Prayasi, and Radha Kunda is Radharani's Priyara. Is so extra beloved of Radharani. And for Krishna, Radha Kunda is Priyara Sarasi. So Radha Kunda is dear to Radharani as her own self. Now he quotes that verse that was from Padma Purana we heard yesterday. As Radharani is most dear to Krishna, Radha Kunda is also very dear to him. Of all the gopis, Radharani is certainly the most beloved. Adyanta Vallabha. Adyanta means that Adik Anta, the end of exaltation, the highest, most possible gopi is Radharani. Mahabhav Surupini Radha. He Kunde Nitya Krishna Radhikara Sange Jale Jalla Keli Kari Tire Rasa Range. In this Kund, on the banks of this Kund, around this Kund, near this Kund, within sight of this Kund, Krishna has so many ranga, so many plays and so many leelas. Jala Keli Kari, Jal Keli, in the water of this Kund. He plays, Krishna plays in the water of the Kund, but the Kund is Radharani. So then Krishna is playing in the waters of Radharani. And the waters of Radharani are the rasa bhav swirling in her heart. All the different rasas. That Mahabhav means the greatest bhava. The greatest bhava which has the exaltation, sattvic vikaras, the exaltation, vyabhachari bhavas, all the bhavas, and vibhav, anubhav, everything, and stairati, to the topmost adyantic, topmost extent. That is where Krishna plays, where his ranga is, his rangashala. And Mathura, the rangashala, Krishna is invited to Kansa's rangashala. It's a vidaras. Yeah, and then Tire Rasa Range. On the banks has Ras Leela, which we heard about. When you read in Vishnu Padma Purana or Vishnu Purana about Ras Leela, then it says that after killing Ursasura and creating Radha Kunda and Shamakund, and Krishna celebrated a rasa dance on the banks of Radha Kunda. Tire Rasa Range. And there were bells being played in the rasa dance, and triangles, and flutes, and pakawaj drums, and mridangas, and esaraj, and sarod, and tambura, and veena. So many beautiful musical instruments. First they started with the Yogapit Artik. Radha and Krishna sit on the Julasan in the Yogapit, which is in Govindastali, that rising of the turtle's back of the and so the bells are ringing, and Lita Sakhi is offering. It's like this. Can you see it? Because sound takes you there. Shabda takes you there. You want to go to Hawaii? Hear about it. If you hear enough, you'll go there. If you want to go to Krishna's lotus feet, hear about his lotus feet. If you want to go to Brajadam, you hear about Brajadam. You'll go there. The translation, Ye Kunde Nitya Krishna Radhikara Sange. This is the effusion, fourth effusion. This is the third effusion. third effusion from the outpouring of the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his personal glorification of Radha Kunda. One from Padma Puran, a Puranic effusion, and his Swatantra effusion from his own heart. Ye kunde nitya Krishna radhikara sanghe jale jala keli kare tire rasarange. In the lake, every day, daily, nitya lila, ashtayam, nitya, every day, Krishna radhikara sanghe, accompanied by Srimati Radharani, in the water, sporting in the water, performs on the bank his rasa dance, rasarange. In Sri Radha Kunda, Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Radhika used to sport daily in the water and have a rasa dance on the bank. Kare. Kare, the verb kare in Bengali is in present tense. And generally when one is writing Shastra, he writes in the past. When he's writing about some event of the past, he writes in the past. And one book that I don't know if we published that book or that's our private copy of Bhavanasara Sangra, we put everything in the present tense. I'm not sure if it's Bhavanasara Sangra, that it's happening now. Or at least I have a personal English translation, editing of my own, of Govinda Lilamrita, and that's in present tense. And that's our private distribution only. Distribution of one. But here, although it's the translator, our beloved Gurudev Srila Prabhupada and his assistants, of course, it says that Krishna and Radharani used to sport daily in the water of Radha Kunda and have a rasa dance on the bank. So what does that mean? Do we read in Govinda Lilamrita and Krishna Bhavanamrita? Do we read about in the Astiyam, Madhyan Lila? Do we read about the rasa dance as one of the Danda Leelas? And the Danda, every 24 hours is a Danda, every 24 minutes is a Danda. And Radha and Krishna are having a sequence of krama, Leela krama, this Leela, that Leela, and so many Leelas, even in a 24-minute period. We can barely get out of bed in 24 minutes. Just our Leela getting out of bed takes longer than 24 minutes. And that's only one Leela. And if we were in Krishna's Leela, we would have missed about 5 Leelas by the time we got out of bed. So think of it that way. Don't think of it, when I get out of bed, I'll do my Nitya Kriya, bathing and shaving or whatever, brushing teeth and cleansing body. And then I do Achman and Tilak, pick up my mala and sit in front of Tom. But, wait a minute, I just missed 5 Leelas. Don't miss. Imagine every 24 minutes there's 5 movies. And they're all blockbusters. Super spectacular technicolors. So you don't want to miss them. So they're like, and the Manjris, they sleep, Radha and Krishna sleep an hour and a half, they rest. An hour and 40 minutes at night, like Raghunath Das Goswami, because he was immersed in Astakali Smaran, in his Sadhakarup and his Siddharup. Seva Sadhakarupena, Siddharupena Chatri. So therefore, his Sadhakarup was fully tuned to his Siddharup. So his Sadhakarup, his external Kalevaram, his body, he was only sleeping an hour, was 2 muhurtas, 48, 96 minutes. Actually less than that, because the Manjris have to get up ahead of time. Who gets up first in the Indian household? Village household. The wife. She's up, sweeping the whole place, and cow dung, whatever, making rangoli traditionally, or sweeping the whole. Because if the Surya Dev sees the Jaru, then all amangal, all inauspicious things in that house. The food that's eaten, the activities, the whole life of the people in the house becomes very inauspicious if Surya sees the Jaru in the housewife's hand. So it's all done before sunrise. You have to sweep the whole house and then start the fires, everything. The fires should be burning when the sun rises. And it's cleanly. It's because it's like we say, Swagatam Krishnam, Sharanagatam Krishnam. like this, Swagatam. So we're also saying the first darshan of Krishna is Suryanarayan Bhagavan. This is Pratam Darshan of Bhagavan, which every jiva can have. Some recognize, some appreciate, some don't even see. They greet him when he's halfway streaking across the sky at noon. They see him from the backside as he's running across the sky. Your face is supposed to greet the face of the sun. You take darshan of Bhagavan, you all run behind him to take darshan. Does anybody come in the temple and run behind the temple? I took darshan. Is that how you take darshan? You run inside, mukta mukh, sakshat mukh, such a, your face looking directly, being purified by the Sudarshan, the auspicious darshan of the Lord. And his face is like a chakra which annihilates all the inauspiciousness in our face and mind. Sudarshan. So therefore, this is one point of the culture. So the present tense is here. Kare, it's daily, nitya kare. So what's being told here when we read Govinda Lilamritan, that we don't see that this is one of the pastimes in the Astakali Lila, in Madhyan Lila. Madhyan. Madhyan Lila is in the morning time. It's the forenoon and noon pastimes, early afternoon, from 10:48 in the morning till 3:36 in the afternoon. We don't see that described in any of the Astakaliya Shastras. But here it's saying this talking about Radha Kunda, Ye Kund, this Kund, there's Nitya Lila here. There's Nitya Lila. Dinko Ratko. Dinko and Madhyan Lila, then a Jal Keli, Natsarange. Krishna Radhikara Sange, and there's going to be Rasa Range. If you have Krishna Radhika Sange, then guaranteed you'll have Rasa Range. Either Udar, where we don't know. It can be in Varsana and Gavarvan in the caves of Varsana. It can be in the Kadama Kandis of Nandagram. It can be in the Kunja Gullies of Vrindavan, Man Gully and Dan Gully and Prem Gully. Or it can be on the sandy banks of Yamuna Tire, Radha Madhava Kunja. Was it Yamuna Tire? Kunja, or Radha Kunda Kunja Kutire, Govardhana Parvat, Yamuna Tire. So this is a glorification of Radha Kunda. Radha Kunda is important in the big time. The big time of the day, the big time of the day is Madhyan Lila 6 hours, and the big time of the night is Ratri Lila, Nisha Lila 6 hours. Same time, flip side, AM, PM, 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 AM. AM, PM, PM, AM. So 10:48 PM till 3:36 AM is Ratri Lila. And there, as we read in other scriptures, like Vishnu Puran, Krishna's Rasa dance, and the Yamuna, yes, and Yamuna, but at Radha Kund, Ye Kunde, Krishna Radhikara Sange, Rasa Range. It's so beautiful. So the Nitya Leela, so this Leela was not just one night on Bahulastami and Krishna Paksha, Kartik Maina, when the Radha Kund Prakat, Radha Shamkund Prakat Leela, which is described in Vishnu Puran in such beautiful dialogue and such Narma Samlap and joking conversation back and forth and full of love and submission and so many things. Even there's some man there in the conversation. Radharani said, "No, I don't want your water. I don't want to associate with your water. Krishna says, take water from my kund, fill your kund. All the sacred tirthas, all the sacred nadis and pavitra nadis and tirthas are all there in my kund. You take what you dug, now you take. No, nothing of yours." So this pride, this mood of indifference, and then so some third mediator, some third party had intervened between Radha and Krishna to break Radharani's man, her resistance, her bhamya, her bhamatava, her left, and thus see where she is. She's on the left side of Shamakund. Because the point of judgment is always facing north or east. So if you're standing on the Sangha facing north, your left-hand side is what? Radha Kunda ki jai. And your right-hand side is Krishna, who is always Dakshin. Dakshin means south and directions, but Dakshin means submissive. Krishna, the man always submits to the woman. When push comes to shove, so to speak. No matter how big he is, how tall, how wide, how heavy, how powerful. Yes, my dear. Here's a box of sweets. Here's garland. And he tries holding her toenail, and she kicks his hand away. And then he tries so many ways, and finally he gets a hold of a toenail, then maybe a foot, and then maybe a finger, and maybe a hand, and so many words and so many beseechments and submissions and mahimas and glorifications of his beloved, and finally, and her shoulders go like this, and he goes, and then he feels a little emboldened because he could hold her hand. So then he thinks, I can put my arm on her shoulder. Then all of a sudden her shoulders become like beerless cement. She goes like this. That lover before, who was so gentle and so soft like butter, love butter. Her body was made of love butter and so soft and pliable and receptive. Suddenly becomes as hard as granite, as hard as diamonds, like this. And it can't move. He's like, he touches like touching dry ice or something. So cold, and you go, ooh, excuse me. This is when Mahanidhi Radha, when she's in the bomb, when she's in resistance mood, it's like throughout. The mind is like this. And Krishna goes, ooh, and then he thinks, I have to go to a third party. So Krishna was approaching Radha, take the water from Shama Kunda, fill your Radha Kunda. Sakis, go to Manasi Ganga. You're expert. Carry 3 pots. You can. I know when there's a competition, you can carry 3 pots of milk without spilling. Usually, you just take it easy with 1 or 2. But I know you can put 3. Go get 3 pots on every head. Bring it. Jaldi, fatafat will fill Radha Kunda. Go from Manasi Ganga. This is Pavitram. That comes from Krishna's mind. His mind is pure. Manasi Ganga is from Krishna's mind. The mind is pure, but his actions and his speech is crooked. His actions are crooked. I know when his mind he means well, but he acts funny. So then Krishna's thinking, well, what to do? And he looks at the manjaris and they go. But in this particular instance, even if he looks at the manjaris, who usually pull him out in a pinch, they save him in the clutch. But now the manjaris, they're all loading, getting water pots. They're fully engaged in service. Radharani's giving a divine command. More. Then everyone's mobilized to the order of the general. So at this point, when Radharani, they understand this is the mood. Radharani goes this way, her mood goes Bhamya fully. Then all the manjaris go Bhamya. It's called a Hoitaki Man. Very difficult to break. Krishna, and only to break the Hoitaki Man, which is causes Man, he goes to the manjaris. Even the manjaris it's one voting block. It's just one. All the Gopi Sangha, all the Gopi Gana is voting one. You can't get any votes on the independent party. That's Krishna's party, the black party. There's a gold party and a black party. So now, he has to go to Grama Gopi. You know who Grama Gopi is? Bhagavati Purnamasi. He goes to Purnamasi. She's a Gopi. And Purnamasi, then she has a little bit of jadoo over Brinda Devi. Brinda Devi is usually in Radharani's camp, but so between Purnamasi, who is Yoga Maya, and Brinda Devi, or just Purnamasi alone, then Krishna, that's his ultimate foil to bring about his desired result in the Leela. So in this case, the manjaris were not assisting him, so he just looked at Shamakun and said, oh, Shamakun, I want you to go there, but I have no power to make you go there. I can control universes. I can make universes just move my eyebrows. Like, I just can destroy the whole creation. But I can't get this water from this hole, this kund, into this kund. I don't have the power to lift it, move this water. So he's crying. Krishna's looking at Shyamakund. Please, Shyamakund, I want to do service to Radharani. I want to fill her kund. This is my perfection, my life here. If I can just serve Radharani and fill her kund with my waters. Finally, Tirtharaj felt sympathetic for Bhagavan. Because devotees also feel sympathy for the Lord. And the Lord feels sympathy for Bhagavan. This is the empathy, the exchange of love. Krishna gets down and out sometimes, and he appeals. We get down and out and say, hey Bhagavan, help me out, man. You're Sarvagya Bhagavan. You're Swatantra. You're everything. Omnipotent. Please help me. They're always hey Krishna. So who does God go to when he needs help? When the lightning strikes and the thunder, and it strikes, out inside the window and lights up the whole room with light like the Brahmajyoti, and the whole palace shakes and there's a thunderclap right over the palace Nandagram. Who does Krishna run to for support and protection? Nanda Maharaj. Ha! Boom! Boom! Right above the house. We lived on the coast in America, and there's so many hurricanes on the coast and lightning, like in Bombay maybe you have, I don't know. But it's heavy. Here is so much milk, kind of mild place, but there they have these hurricanes and heavy thunder, and sometimes it crack above the house. You just jump off your bed and really become, oh God, start remembering, turn off the TV and start praying. It's enough to make you, watch TV with one eye and pray with the other or something. I goes, boom, and it's right above your house, and we had an old house, wooden house, the windows are shaking. I was like, jeez, Providence, spare me. And then I go out in the morning, I said, this must be some serious hurricane. So I'd walk around the property and all the forests we have, and I see some tree that was hit by a lightning bolt, split in half, just smoked, burned in the center. Just like someone just went like a karate chop like that, just huge oak tree. What's it? Don't do it to me. So then Prayagraj came out. The devotee, the great devotee Prayagraj, the Tirtharaj, he came and said, Krishna, you're crying. You want to serve Radharani? Well, we want to also. Well, we're here all in this form of your Shyamakund. How can we do service unless we go there? So then Krishna, they understood his heart, so then the representative of all the tirthas, hundreds and thousands of tirthas, Prayagraj, he went to Radharani, folded his hands, Oh Swami, Oh Ishwari, Oh Vrindavaneshwari, Vanindra Vrindavandate, Chiloka Shoka Harani, Prasanna Vaktra Pankaji, Nikunjabu Vilasnani. Then Makeshri, Kriyeshri, Saradeshri, Sareshri, Shiveda Bharatishri, Pramana Shashaneshri, Rameshri, Shameshri, Pramoda Kananeshri, Brajeshri, Brajadi Peshi, Radike Namostute. You're the Ishri, Parameshri, you're the Ishri everywhere. Of every yagya, of every puja, of every tapa, you're the controller of knowledge, controller of austerity, controller of everything. Triveda Bharatishri, the Vedas are dancing in your tongue, like a maidservant. One word of yours is more nectarian, more powerful than the whole gamut of the Vedas. Triveda Bharati. We had our Bharati, became Premanjari. So Triveda Bharatishri. So they prayed like this with so much respect and realization of Radharani's supreme Bhagavati Radha, supreme position. Radharani. Listening to them, looking at Shyam, he didn't notice. But he was like, Sakis, hurry up. And they're coming, some pots of water coming and dropping. Very good. Nice. That's nice. Radharani leans, puts her arm on Lita's shoulder. And Krishna's there. He's standing in the Sangam. waiting for Sangha. Radharani's with her shoulder, not even looking at him, just back, long bani like this, and nice gem Shankachuta crest jewel tied in the end of it. The Shankachuta crest jewel, which Krishna killed Shankachuta for and gave to Balaram, gave to Madhamangal, and then to Nishta, and then like this to Radharani. She ties on the end of her bani. He wore on his turban, Antaka means forehead, so he had a turban and it was shaped like a shank. So this looks like, because it's nice. The curve of the conch shell goes very nicely with the braid. I mean, it's not just some straight thing. It looks very nice. You can imagine like a gem. I don't know what it is. Emerald. I don't know what it is. It's called Shamantaka. So maybe it's sapphire. I don't know. It's shaped like a conch shell. Well, conch shell is fat, and so it looks very nice. It's like a little at the end of the bani. So she ties it on the end of her bani, or the mandris do. Is that okay? This is what I think of Shamantaka's jewel. So Krishna's seeing that. Krishna's seeing that, and then Tirtharaj is folding his hands, immobilized, waiting for what now? And Krishna looks at him and says, do something. Says, then more prayers, more stutis and stavas. Radharani. And Rita says, there's so much nice glorification. This is very nice. Radha Kirti, Radha Mahima. Then Radharani just looks and sees it, Shamas. He's like, total utkantita, and yes. Some glimpse, some glance, some anything, a glimpse, a glance, a nod, just a hair moving on the right-hand side of your head. There's just one hair moves on the right, because everything that was left, everything that was Bhamya, opposition, contrary, and I'm on the right-hand side, so if just one of your hairs blows in the wind, if just Vaya will favor me, and one hair on your head will blow to the right, and then yes, there's some hope. And that's what happened. 1, 2, and then Radharani just looked at Prayagraj, because she won't look. She's like, not even look, just went. India, India they go like this. That means yes, go for it or whatever. So then, like a tidal wave. Because all that loss of those waves of water rushed from Shamakund, it was Krishna's heart that filled Radha Kund. That water was the rasa, that sham ras. The sham ras, it rushed into Radha Kund to greet Radharani, to embrace Radharani. That was the filling of Radha Kund at midnight on Bahalastami. So this is being told here, this pastime is being indicated here in this verse. Jai kunde nitya Krishna radhikara sange jala jale kele kare tire rasa range. Krishna and Radhikar, they have so much, day and night they're getting so much ras from Radha Kund. It's such a parama place. Varsana Leelas are most perfect and Radha Kund Leelas are most perfect. Because wherever you have Krishna Radhikara Sange, then you're going to have Rasa Range. And from Krishna's viewpoint, it's all Rasa Range. It's delighting and sporting in the sweet mellows of Ras. Radha Ras, Sudha Nidhi. He swims and dives and sports and plays. And that oceanic, rasa-filled heart of Srimati Radharani. This is Rasaraj. And that Mahabhav Sagar, that Prem Sagar of Radharani, that's the ocean. He's like a shark. A shark needs a lot of water. Krishna is compared to the shark in the Bhagavad Gita. He says, among fishes I am the shark. The shark needs big water to swim. So he's a shark in love. There's something called a loan shark in America. It's like someone who loans shark. That he loans you money, then, that. So Krishna's a love shark. He swims in ocean of Radharani's heart, deep waters of Radharani's heart. It's a nidhi. Nidhi means ocean. Radharas Sura Nidhi. And it's not salty. The ocean is salt water. But Radharani's heart is amrit, the sweetest, thickest, most satisfying ambrosia. Radharas Sudha Nidhi. It's Sudha. Sudha means nectar. Sudha. So this is, we're being, in this present tense verb, jale, jala, kele, kare, tire, rasarange, jumuna tire, tira, the banks of Radha Kunda. Krishna is having rasa dance. When? Only one time on Bahalasmi night, as Vishnu Purana is telling us, after killing Vristasura and establishing Radha Kunda, Shamaka, and manifesting them in this world. Then there was a rasa dance on the banks. Only that one night? Or only every night? There's rasa dance here, there's rasa dance in Vrindavan. It's a Nitya Leela. So when we're here, it's not that we can only live in Radha Kunda and absorb ourselves in Madhyan Leela. We can also absorb ourselves in the evening time, meditating the Ras Leela in Radha Kunda. So going out to the banks of Radha Kunda at night, 9, 10 o'clock, 11, for men or whatever. Sitting there thinking, yes, and these kunjas, Lalita's kunj, and here there's rasa dance, here is a beautiful clearing there, and Ras Mandala. On the day and the night, Radha Kunda is the place. Radha and Krishna personally came 500 years ago to reveal that this is the place of our most divine leelas, in the day and in the night. This secret, who knows this secret of rasa dance every night at Radha Kunda? Gaudiyas know. They know the heart of Radha and Krishna. And this is Shastra's telling. Je kunde nitya Krishna radhikara sange jale jala kele kare tire rasa range. Tire rasa range. His rasa dance. My Gurudev is translating his rasa dance. You can say because there's ras and ras. When it's just relishing ras, then it's shorde. When it's ras, because it says ras means the rasa dance. And the rasa dance are all rasas. There's rasa and rasa. So when it's long A, it means specifically the rasa dance, wherever it may be. But rasa, madhurya ras, this ras, that ras, is ras. Ras and ras. So the ras is full of all the ras. Because there's Vatsalya there, because Krishna gets hungry, so then there's nourishment and there's feeding him. Oh Lala, take some. Oh Krishna, take. Forest fruits and fruit drinks and some special sweets that Radharani made in Varsana that evening to bring in tiffins to Radha Kunda or anywhere, Ras Leela. Amrit Keli, Siddhavilas, Amritam, and Amrit Keli. There's 4 different sweets that Radharani makes special for Krishna. And 2 go out in the afternoon, and 2 go out in the evening time. And they're not made with Radha. We say Mishtahana Radha. Mishtahana Radha means Radharani has sweet hands. Hana means hand. Hat Hana like this. Mishtahana means sweet hands. She has sweet hands because anything she touches becomes sweet. Anyone she touches becomes sweet. And she touched Vrindavan, so it became Madhurya Dham. Because she's sweet. She's Madhurya Radha. So she touched Krishna, he became sweet. Madhurya Purushottam. She touched Krishna's flute, so it became Vena Madhurya. She touches the heart of all the Brijvasis, so that everyone relishes, including Krishna, Prema Madhurya. She put her arm around Krishna's waist, so his form became Rupa Madhurya. Rupa Madhurya, Prema Madhurya. She grants her darshan and association to Krishna and range and delight and play. So therefore his leelas become Leela Madhurya. So these 4 special characteristics of the Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna, these sweetnesses which distinguish him from any other form, are given by Radharani. Because you take Radharani out of Krishna's life, is there any sweetness in Krishna's life? Is there any sweetness, melodies coming from Krishna's flute? Are there any sweet pastimes enacted in Krishna's heart? Does Krishna display Tribhanga form, which is his sweetest form? No. Rupa Madhurya. Everything becomes quiet. So Radharani is the source of the Madhurya in Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. This might be considered a slanted class spoken by a Radha Kunda Vasi describing Radha Kunda and Radharani. But that privilege we reserve, all rights reserved. Now there's 3 more beautiful prayers, effusions, pratana, outpourings from the heart of Krishna in Radha Bhav. Krishna trying to appreciate Radha's Kund with Radha's Kanti and Bhav. Who is Gauranga at Radha Kund? Gauranga at Radha Kund is Krishna. Bahir Radha Antar Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Who is Gauranga at Radha Kund? Who is Mahaprabhu at Radha Kund? Prabhu Rasaraj Prabhu. Mahaprabhu is Prabhu Rasaraj Prabhu and Mahabhav Surupini Radha. Gauranga at Radha Kund is Krishna trying to understand the bhavas of Radharani's heart when she's at Radha Kund. Krishna trying to understand the identity of Radha Kund when he's at Radha Kund with Radharani. So that's why all these things are coming out. Now I understand. Because Krishna, he didn't understand something about the Radha Pranaya and the Mahima, the greatness, the Radha Pranaya Mahima, the greatness of Radharani's love. What is the greatness of Radharani's love? Radha Kund and Shamakund. This is the greatness of her love. Shamakund came about because of Radharani. Radha Kund came about because of Radharani. Shamakund came from Radharani's words. Radha Kund came from Radharani's kangan. Her heart said, with my heart, I cannot dig a hole with my heart, but I can dig a hole with my hand. So with her heart in hand and her kangan, her bangle, she began. Her heart is golden. Sringhara ras. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. Kanchana Gaurangi. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. How much gold can you have in one sentence? Tapta Kanchan means gold. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. The Sringhara Prem is golden. Brilliant whitish gold. So that Prem came out of her heart to make this Kund, Radha Kund. And went to her wrist, and then went around her wrist in her bangle, her gold bangle, kangan, and then it went and then came out her fingers, and with that kangan, that bangle, she's cutting, and she's touching this Radha Kund and investing this land of Radha Kund with all of her Sringhar Prem. This is the starting of Radha Kund. Radharani's heart to her hand, to her bangle, and she's digging. Come on, gopis, put your hearts here. Put your kangan. It was even the sign there in Hindi says kangan kund, kangan kund. This is what the Indian people don't. They don't call it Radha Kund. This is our name. They say, what is that kund? That's kangan kund. What is that kund? Oh, that's Shankar Shan kund. What is that kund? That's this kund. That's Wow Pukur. That's this kund, that kund. Kangan Kund, that's the official sign. Written right there at the Sangam. Kangan. Bangle Kund. Bangle Kund. Someone says, what is that Bangle Kund? Kangan Kund. What is that? This is it. This is so the mud from this Kangan Kund, we take the mud when we clean the kunda, we take the mud. Actually, the chokidar, who knows, outside one identity, inside some other identity. He was going without anyone asking. He was going there and collecting from Kangan Kund buckets of that He says, you need this tilak. This is my chowkidar. On his own time, off time, he's going. So now we have in our collection, we have two tilaks. We have Radha Kunda and Kangan. Radha Kunda, anyone else I give? Kangan, I don't give. So there's Kangan Kund, Radha Kund, Kangan Kund tilak, and there's Radha Kund tilak. It's very much fine tuning here. You're wearing Radha Kund tilak. Or trying, I don't know how long, it's a privilege. The fortune, and we'll hear about that very soon. Se Kunda, now more effusions. These are all the prarthanas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 prayers in glorification of Radharani, Radha Kunda by Mahaprabhu. Madhya Lila chapter 18 verses 7 through 8 and 10. For those who have good memory, and it seems appropriate that to live at Radha Kunda would mean to know all these verses by heart. If you're young and have a good memory, because we see that when Uddhava Mahashaya came to Vrindavan on behest of Mathuranath, Sri Krishna, then he stayed for 3 months or 10 months. Jiva Goswami says 10 months, and his tika, Vaishnav Toshini or whatever his tika is called. And then he was offering prayers, Asamaho Charana Renu Hamsham, like this. Vrindavan Kim Goma Lata Oshadinam. He was offering prayers because what he had seen the gopis, he had seen Nanda Maharaj, he had seen the Vrijbasis, especially Radharani's Brahma Gita or Mahabhav, Divyon Mad, Madanaki Mahabhav. And so he on the spot, while he was in Vrindavan, as he would experience different aspects of the loving sentiments and hearts and pastimes of the Vrijbasis, he was writing in his diary, a shloka diary. He was writing shlokas. And then he said every day, Jiva Goswami says in commentary, every day he was offering these 12 or 18 prayers and glorification of Radharani and the Vrijbasis, especially the gopis. The dust, he's glorifying the dust of their feet, the Vrijbasis' feet. Those prayers are in chapter 47. So those are, you can say, generic glorification of the Vrijbasis, the intensity of their loving connection with Krishna and Brajadam. But these prayers, and they're very dear, many people memorize 1 or 2 or all of them. So these prayers are specific, user-specific or devoted to Radha Kunda. One Lila Stali, Radha and Krishna and Radha Kunda. And they're coming directly from Rasaraj Mahabhav, Radha and Krishna. And the Bengali is simple, but the meaning is so deep. So Mahaprabhu goes on, this is text number 10, chapter 18. Se kunde ye eka bhara kare snan, tanre radha sama prema Krishna kare dhan. Krishna is speaking through the bhav and kanti of Radharani. Mahaprabhu is Krishna in Radha Bhav. Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani. And Gadadhar Das is Radha's kanti, her beauty, her kanti and Sundarya, Gadadhar Das. And the kanti and the bhav is Gadadhar Pandit. And Krishna in the bhav and kanti of Radharani is Gauranga, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here, that Krishna is saying, through his mouth, which is filled with the Mahabhav, and the heart is in the mouth. The heart is in the mouth. The mouth speaks what the heart feels. Se kunde ye eka bhara kare snan, tanre radha sama prema Krishna kare dhan. I want that nectar instruction. Indeed, Lord Krishna, Krishna gives ecstatic love like that of Srimati, of Sri Radha, to whoever bathes in that lake even once in his life. '89. Thank you. Krishna gives ecstatic love. Radha Sama Prema. Prema that's equal to Radharani. Radha Sama Prema. Radha Sama. Sama means equal. Mahabhav, Gopi Bhav, Shrinkara, Rati. Do you believe it? Krishna gives ecstatic love. Tanmaya Radha Sama Prema Krishna Kare Dhan. See, Kare here is translated in the present tense. Gives. Kare Dhan. I give this charity. I gave it 200 years ago. I gave it 300 years ago. I gave it 400 years. I'm giving today, right now, 2013. March 23rd. Did you get it? Did you receive it? I'm giving. Hey, did you get Radha Kunda? Some crazy guy from Switzerland, he was giving away 1,000 rupee notes today. There was one Western guy. Did I tell that story? He was doing Prikrama. I don't know, that was in class. But I was staying in Gopal Mandir. I went to the Sabji market, and just from there to Gopal Mandir coming back, and he turned the corner. I'll go on Govardhan Prikrama. Big guy, huge Western person from some country, and he had a rucksack. It was just full 500 rupee notes, like 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, and he had a danda, walking stick. I mean, and most Indians are a little afraid of Westerners for various reasons. And if you're he was like 6'6" with a danda, and it was nice face, but huge. And he was just walking, and all kids were trailing behind him, and many people, Garib Walas. And every once in a while he'd stop and hold his dana like this and reach in his bag and go, and just have 500 rupee notes, just throw up in the air, big handfuls like that. Everyone's going crazy. And I just came, I was just thinking of cooking, lunch for Giriraj. So my mind was rather fixed on the pressure cooker. So I didn't see right or left. So I was just walking, and then I just saw in the corner of my eye, I said, there's something happening. Kids were yelling this. I said, what's some big guy, they're chasing him, maybe he's giving toffees. Because I saw about every 50 meters or so, whenever he felt in the mood, he would stop. So there was something happening, and I just saw, okay. And then he was just kind of getting to where I was. And I kind of went into Gopal Mandir, and I turned, and he stopped in front of Gopal Mandir. What's this guy all about anyway? And I was just standing on the steps, hey, maybe, this, that. And he stopped there in front of Gopal Mandir. Maybe it's an offering to Gopal, I don't know. Maybe that's what he was doing. Offering all the money to Dennis Prasad money or whatever. So he went like that. I said, oh my God. So I said, and then that Bajai, was one, Brijvasi works, he went out, he said, Maharaj, come. And I said, I'm not, okay, I said, I'm all right. So I stood there, and it was wild. But you could think some gundas would just come and say, give me your bag. It was, I don't know how many lakhs he had. And I said, what's the scoop with this guy? He's been going around Prikrama just showering everyone with money. Maybe it was Lord Indra or something, trying to make good with the Brijvasis. Maybe every so many years Indra comes around, like this Mahakumbha Mela every 12 years. Like 1977 was the Mahakumbha, which happens 144 years, and Prabhupada was there. Happens every 144 years. Every single yogi was there on that one. And if they don't go, they can't live to the next 144 years. Something like that. So all the real fakirs and bed of nail people and all the real, the real ones. Their heads in the sand. You see when you go there, some people are buried there with their head in the sand and stuff like that. There was Mahakumbh in 1977. Then there was they call it Mahakumbh, but it's not. Okay, it's Mahakumbh. Like Mahaprasad. You've heard something called Mahaprasad, which is rare to get. Mahaprasad, you go to Krishna Balaram and give 5 rupees, get. But can you go to Krishna Balaram and buy Mahaprasad? Do they have a counter there? Little signs, Radha Kunda Swami, Radha Swami, go for Krishna Swami. And then, I want some, or this so-and-so Babaji Mahaprasad, 5 rupees. Do you want the cake or you want the rice? No, I want, you want Rasgulla? So Mahaprasadam is yours for the taking. But Mahaprasadam is very special. Krishna is very generous and very karuna. But devotees are very selective. They see what is the adhikar. So Mahaprasad. So there's Mahakumbh. So then that was 1977 and 1989 was called Mahakumbh. And we were there for 1 month in 1989. The next one was 2001. You may remember that. There was lots of movie stars came. Remember that was a big thing. I don't know, so many people went in 2001. Many people from Bombay. I don't know about this time. That was Mahakumbh 2001. And then 12 years later is 2013. This is Mahakumbh. So, and interesting, last Mahakumbh, all kinds of movie stars went. Big time. From overseas, from Hollywood they came. Hollywood stars came. It was a big thing. It was like, are you going to the party? He's like, oh, you're not going? He's like, everybody went. It was like Daksha Yagya. Everybody went like Parvati. I want to go. Well, go ahead. You'll be embarrassed if you go. I'm not going. I don't like your father-in-law. Like wives don't like mother-in-laws, and husbands don't like father-in-laws. So Shiva said, you go, and you take Nandi and go. Take the car and go. So she went. And you know about the 4th canto Bhagavatam. So now, in 2013, the movie stars didn't go, but the spiritual movie stars went. All the leading gurus were there. All the gurus of ISKCON, all the sannyasis, so many went there and had Maha Sankirtan Yagya. Fantastic. Weeks and weeks. So this is the Mahakumbh. So here, but he's saying here, present tense, is amazing. Yekun ek bar kare san, ek bar kare san, doesn't say ek bar achaman. Ek bar kare achaman? Radha frame saman, it doesn't say later. Kare snan. Then Tandre Radha Sama Prema Krishna Kare Dhan. Krishna comes to this world for udhara, for relishing the hearts of his devotees. Rasa Aswadanam. Rasa Aswadanam, relishing the hearts of his devotees and lifting them out of the clutches of the demons. Because you can't embrace someone if someone has strangled them. First you have to get that demon off their neck, then you can embrace them. So the demons were strangling the hearts of the devotees. So paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya chaduskritam. So Krishna, that's the external purpose, but internally is relishing the hearts of the devotees. So Krishna comes to give. Krishna comes to teach. All the avatars come and they teach. Krishna, they relish so much rasa swadanam, and various rasas, vira rasa, or so many rasas of varaha, but they teach also. They also speak, and there's so much teachings. Either they speak or they create speech teachings. We don't hear Sri Narasingha Vacha in 7th canto. But through the mouth of Prahlad, so much speaking was done. We don't hear so much teaching of Chaturbhuj Narayan. Chaturbhuj Narayan, when he gave darshan in Madhavan, and Madhavan here, right here in Vrindavan, Madhavan, then Chaturbhuj Narayan gave darshan to Dhruva, child Dhruva. But we don't hear Narayan Vacha. But in that 4th canto, he touched his Kapola, Shanka Kapola Sparsha. Lord Narayan touched the Kapola. Kapola means the cheek of Dhruva. Then so many beautiful prayers he recited, full of bhakti bhavs, and so much tattva siddhanta. So through the mouth, you've heard of Ramananda Roy, and Sri Ramananda Samvad. The Vad, Ramananda Samvad, well, he was just dancing like a puppet. So Mahaprabhu came and relished Rasa Swadnam with Lalita and Vishaka, Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy. But then through the mouth, he spoke so much katha through Swarup Damodar, and so much katha through Rai Ramananda. So this is the Lord comes to teach and relish, and also to give charity. He gives. So this, just see the charity. The Radha and Krishna came 500 years, so Krishna Kare Dhan. Krishna has come to give charity. Radha Kunda is the charity, is the heart of Krishna and Radha. How can you read these shastric statements and understand Kare Dhan? This is the charity of the heart of Radha and Krishna. And people say, don't take snan, you can't take snan. My guru, the founder of ISKCON, never said don't take snan. There's nowhere he says no one in ISKCON should ever take bath in Radha Kunda. Where does he say that? There's a conversation in September 1975 or 6 or something. Oh, why are they jumping in Radha Kunda? Because they're having a I mean, the sage has eyes. The sage has eyes. And he has vast understanding and vast perception given by God. So he can see so much and understand so much. And what does he do? He just sits and does his meditation. Sage can see without opening the eyes. Trikala Gyan doesn't depend on eyes. A Trikala Gyan Rishi doesn't, not eyes by which he sees the past. Can you see the past with your eyes? No. Can you see the future with your eyes? You can't even see the present with your eyes. Napashati, napashati. The verse is there in Bhagavatam. You can't even see what is so hard, concrete reality in front of our eyes. We can't. Now, pashati, napashati. It's pashati manifest, but it's not manifest. Pashati, napashati. So the sage is not seeing he's not seeing past, present, future with his eyes. He's seeing with jnana chakshush. That's this eye of Shiva, you know? You see the poster of Shiva? This third eye is not some weird creation. Some mutation with 3 eyes. This is the eye of realization. His Agya chakra is full on open. This is the 6th chakra, Agya chakra, then Sahasra Padma. Sahasra Padma is always existing there. But he's showing that you must be enlightened. So this is so powerful shloka here. Rupa Goswami, he studied deeply. Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipanosa Dharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarano Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanya Karo Radha Krishna Pada Ravinda Bhajana Nandena Mataliko Vande Rupa Sanatano Ruviyago Sri Jiva Gopalako. Nana Shastra, varieties of Shastra. Nippon is so expert, he studied and pulled out the essence, the Dharma Sar, the essence of Dharma. Acha! This is being told. Mahaprabhu spoke this, Krishnadas Kaviraj said this. Saturday night. Ashlesha, mix, more cruel than good. Ashlesha Nakshatra. They're giving her a slice of their mind. At any rate, Rupa Goswami, he's seen this same verse that Krishna spoke this, Lord Chaitanya. So now he speaks the same thing. And Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita, text 11. And how many texts are there in this book? 11. So this is the final thing, the final word. So here he says in the last line, he's talking about of the many, he says, of the many objects of favored delight, and of all the lovable damsels of Brajabhumi, the damsels of Brajabhumi, Srimati Radharani is certainly the most treasured object of Krishna's love. Krishna Uche Pranaya Vasati Prayasi Radha. Prayasi Radha. Adyantika Prayasi. And what does Mahaprabhu say? He says, Adyantika. He says that she is the same Adyanta Vallabha. Adyanta Vallabha, and here it's a Prayasi. So here he's Rupa Goswami Pad is saying, in every respect, Radharani's divine Radha Kunda is described by great sages, what to speak of Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, as similarly dear to Krishna as Radha. Undoubtedly, Radha Kunda is very rarely attained. Asulabam. Asulabam kim punar bhakti bhajam. Bhakti bhajam preshtayar. Preshta, like Mukunda Preshta. Preshta means very dear, most advanced dear devotees, Preshta. Most advanced devotees, Alam, Asul, it is very difficult for them. Bhakti bhajan, Puna Bhakti bhajan. Puna Bhakti bhajan. Again and again by doing Bhakti bhajan, it is possible by the mercy of great saints and Radharani to attain Radha Kunda. Undoubtedly, Radha Kunda is very rarely attained even by the great devotees. Therefore, it is even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. However, if one simply bathes once within those holy waters, one's pure love for Krishna is fully aroused. This is the key line, last line. Tat premadam. Tat prema. That prema. What prema? Tat premadam satkrid api. Satkrid. Satkrid means once. Satkrit. Apisara snatur avishkaroti. Sara means lake. Sara rasa. Radha Sara means Radha Kunda, Radha Sara. But it's Sara is rasa. So bathing here even once is bathing in the rasa of Radharani. Apisara snatur avishkaroti. Avishkaroti. Karoti. Avish and karoti. It is aroused, very quickly it's done. Avishkaroti means very quickly it's done. It's aroused. That love. What love? The love that he's talking about, the love in Radharani's heart. The love that Krishna has for Radharani, the same love that Krishna has for Radharani in his heart, that same love he has for Radha Kunda, that love that he has in her heart, and that love that she has in her heart for him, is in the waters of Radha Kunda. That is aroused in the heart of the surrendered soul. Even once. And then here in the same verse, it's in verse 10, it's saying that Ek bar, even Hindi is very clear. Forget the difficult Sanskrit. What's Satkrit? Maybe you don't have the Satkrit. Ek bar. Everyone knows Ek bar, Ek do teen, bar, again. Ek bar snan, Radha sama prema Krishna karidan. In this verse it says it's aroused. Here it says Krishna gives. Krishna gives. He gives the love he has for Radha. He can't give the love that Radha has for him. Radha can give that. First get the love that Krishna has for Radha. It says, Se kunde ye eka bhara kare snan, tanre Radha sama prema Krishna kare dhan. Krishna gives ecstatic love like that of Srimati Radharani to whoever obeys. It says Radha sama prema Krishna karidan. There's different ways you can translate this. Because Radha's Mahabhav, Krishna can't give. The Sakhis can give. You can only get from the gopis. That's why Krishna became Mahaprabhu and learned about Mahabhav from Lalita Vishaka in the Gambhira Leela, Ramananda Roy and Sura Damodar. So he gives his love. That I love Radharani as much as I love Radha Kunda, I love Radha Kunda as that love. So that means that we'll love Radha Kunda as much as we love Radharani, and we'll love Radharani as much as we love Radha Kunda. So to serve Radha Kunda and to glorify Radha Kunda means to serve and glorify Radharani. So we'll hear some more prayers tomorrow. This beautiful outpouring from the heart of Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhu